87.9 EPFM malungilita silse megidrogui gida morsel toksor gidra PNSB Palaw National Scholarship Board makmo olgum sang randi magmamu program realita silse
Okay, so lang spider kad mal kwat mer nguda sel sum kada mga tagid sure gida ngila PNSB leng mal klo tutel mo abulur belaw et kaya kurawal kluru ke wablabol el al sil sera abulur belaw kada mal kwat mer nguda kuk lutal melo ngila amoril niya ngarsel PNSB office manguk mo sa el kukura open assure gid again el litasils introduce tira gid el BS el kuk students el me o ay sa kuk experiences tira malungi litasils mori
malungi litasils brand malungi litasils or kami loader that radio station ni gid ang dilaw. Thank you once again for this opportunity. Bamulak mali mo ang mga other office, mga board members, hindi po ko sa susunod mga leaders sa Abulur Belaw. Makot hindi ko sa susunod mga at mga president, leader sulang Luis Jr., Malira Vice President, Uduk sa mga senior, marugod cabinet members ni hindi na kalugod sa susunod mga Senate President Hopkins Paules, marugod senators, hindi na kalugod sa susunod mga Speaker ng House, Sabino Anastasio, marugod delegates. Aktira kay malodar sa susunod mga ay badul, maraklay, marubukul belaw. Hindi na kalodar sa susunod mga pilung, maibiraklay, marmasil belaw. Esel mamangulo po ang lugudar sa susunod malmura Arpekal Governors, Mar Speakers, Regal 16 States, Rapalur Belaw, Tamal Masawalar, Leader Sergi, Drakuk Maring Lureril, Gidera Palwat, Maulo Katasal Paakal Ngartel, Belaw. Once again, malungil tasil, sa nga kangklira Morisang Udu, Yak Student Network Specialist, Tel Office Sergi, Palaw National Scholarship Office, and tiang amo mo ang ngedel time mga kalmay with the SL group of interns. El atiral mo ra interview el alsil sa 5 out of 29 el interns el al samer. El tira recipient tercel do makadorngit mo Palau Fellowship Award. So el atirigal mlera last el tadira number kal Monday, trige continuing students. Tirakal bodo Mr. Tira Elang, Michael Tulma de El Talk Show, Tira the recent graduates, except for this one, at Telel. Umlo tigiblo ko so ko dala, umlo tok tirigam nera Monday, maktim ne other ngin mertegi del group. Hindi, mal neswa kal pol plakatak mising malwata ang adi kam let graduate, mar ata mamtingay mong letos pe taamo sigaw rior. Mela tira as recipients of the Palau Fellowship Award. Ang PNSB harati at Tilmer Belaw to require the loader 8 weeks. Al sila 8 weeks agam though they're till every 2 weeks 400 stipend. And then sumang continuing students sagi PNSB dira kal harati at Tilmer Telmorigal. Ilpalu lang ara schooling matamo maruka schooling re mala degree tier. Ang adi gigid ebay pok kuy dia all kuy kulen mora Randy.
Okay, malway say ediway sa last short gid guk introduce tira gid guk pesa student so kam guk ko mo ay sang clew internal year ngara kura major commute and yeah for introduction
ali malangili tasil singa kang klera Harriet Al-Asel Herman nga kalgila Clarissa Ardang Maherman Rodor adarang rard mayray mga tilob dara Koror Elementary School, Mol Mora Palau High School, Momrege Mora School at Taiwan, Mora Mingchuan University, Makmle Major International Affairs and Diplomacy, Mle graduated El Alira Chun.
All right.
Malungili tasil sa angkla Telel Koto, ngangalgala Makrina Adriano, Nando Koto, ngangalgarayray Ker Orior. Nga kangaras ko ra Mingchuan, ra Taiwan, major International Affairs and Diplomacy.
All right.
Ali, klekala arni lagi, kakakala rablilyo, haligala lagi iradong. So, nga kamnas ko rablilyo, etilo badan mera high school. Edim na sige, daktim na straight talmora University of Hawaii at Hilo. So I graduated last year December with my bachelor's in accounting.
Wow, okay.
Uh, Hi, my name's Kudul Andreas. My parents are Antoinette Merur and Tiban Andreas. I'm from Horror State. I went to Maristela, and then I went to Xavier High School in Chuk, and then I went straight to St. Martin's University in Washington State. And from there, I majored in business administration with concentrations in management and finance.
And you're, of course, a returning guest here at Ngarel Belao.
Yeah, it's my
Right.
second time here.
Ngang kila asali Raven Uwegi. Ngang alike lakare kori Uwegi maros may dasil. Yang apoy grangar kaswal. Hamna elementary Maristela ma Xavier High School. And then I went to St. Martin's University to study civil engineering. And I graduated May 2023.
Wow, all right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your internship. Ang kamkor ay sige gila internship kami asing kum ngargere ngaraun mo kum net choose til al basyon mo intern.
Malanga ka o intern ra Bureau of Foreign Affairs and Trade del ngara Ministry of State ya obis ra mama ngaring ang artang mangarang rulmud. Mila major nga kal International Affairs and Diplomacy ya mal interested ringi. Egorawa dibleltal Ministry of State ora mal stand out and meranga kal gundasul ser pagurior ngi ak interested ra rior ringi ma egotot so kaluro lapantira at magundas waseng mal atteranga lurior.
Wagel diluel nga kadire kal intern ra Bureau of Foreign Affairs and Trade ra Ministry of State ra rulmud. Akna interested al mo intern ringi lang wadi bleltal sige del office at tera major mamel offer intern ringi. So mlaswa kal mo makuk mo nga experience nga kara tetele laurior ra tel wuk major gusu ringi.
So there's been like ang may baby ra kuran matoko dal nga kal baby ra balu ma dire kal nga budget hearing ang ra kuran le nga part to kami ra al sala gid kuran le happen ra
Sela
Ministry of State.
Elawak nga kaming gele tara intern pong kama mangirage. Ayup mi attend tara agim lo report labon tara adara a protocol or officer kama adara Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and Environment. Agil buntirin mong magiruk absorb mong makarangal tetele la loptitri adara delegation na tara bulul may sign our MOU agreement taway kiki mungkuk ko ra will experience el merama melasing el sumaguk apply mo yara way kiki then makara tetele lagi mo ringi oo attend na pa chat hearing magidere kal absorb mungra ko ra losa the mga makatmok ra way kiki del forum mga
nga ko ra dim la mo dingi and then OBMC's Prime Ministry of State ko kuram no surprise til girel or kuram no learn about like
major kamba magiguk timsu baygal dosu besil dangar school ndag po dosada practical masaragi me gidir kumnar nga alam al airport al mo siwekrar ad magimsu batetelir tigal protocol officers mong makarado siwekrar ad makarado mukarti ngaraygal maral tetele ligada o siwekrar tiragi del mal marbabel adra ngod belul maybe si trabelaw mang ngungi larang mamel madangek moigal gi mosuba ngaringa gi moeser talurera me seba amal ko help lola baygan nalet sir mamel mertalurera mo ngoser tigal adal lawyer Ministry of State esegi delul goringa telel budget hearing agi dimlong observe ko mamek mong wangara tetele la do budget hearing wangara ngara questionable ask le ngara tutelel tel budget hearing mangaringi
I would think it was sel mugar adra airport ta kadiyo ba sa no se palaw ang gerang selbelul ngaringi ang
bel astil ay gida dire qalgimulum dasuringi inding el asum tamarba bel adra ngod abelul me ngaringa VIP room airport mong ngaringa tetele la bodolar team airport mong tetele la dola la get team ma domestri ale ma igegi.
All right, okay. Okay,
so nga ka second time ra intern and I came back to the same bureau, the Bureau of Revenue and Taxation. Yeah, so initially I chose it because ang laril available it was amongst the list that she sent to me, and it's not really far off from my major. Yeah, major accounting at the time, and then tax. We have tax accounting, so I said why not. And then last internship was pretty good, so I decided to go back to the same one.
I mean, that's a really heated office. El time implement new tax reform.
We see.
Makuramle roller ka, makuramle viewer ka going into the tax office.
Okay, internship in my second week. Before the first one, the last year, I came in the office not knowing about the reform. I didn't know anything. So reform, and then they have to make me read the telebill, the one they passed about reform and all that. And it was very daunting. School, major accounting ding taxel that goes into detail. Australia, David Piper. Unfortunately, he passed away this year, but I usually ask him to summarize more about PNSB, which was very helpful. I just realized that I had a tax class back in my school, but hindi na one. And then the way they taught me is that they taught me in a perspective of taxpayers. We're doing tax accounting, they taught me how to do tax for businesses. And I'm in the perspective of the tax administration. Very challenging.
But were you able to get over that challenge, and were you able
to
learn the work?
Yeah. Narukul ada obis ada mulisi knowledge team soril tel toy sa last year lang gid lang motoy. But I feel right now that I have more than enough that I should know. Ela ko ra dinga process ora di mga knowledge nga mo how the PTSD is filed, legal baby tax tax type which I kinda know. But I still have a long way to go. And right now we're at the pre-auditing stage, which I really want to see through for my current internship.
All right. And then you're working with some very talented people and some very professional people. Your director, Elway Igetang. How is it like working with somebody who's actually closer to your age? And
I mean, it's very nice. I'm just gonna say this. Age difference is mga people with a higher position than us. They're very hard to work with, I've heard. And then I can see and I know that but and I kind of aspire to be someone like him.
All right.
It's easier to talk with a person also my age. All that strict. He's very open to any concerns, questions, and even though mal busy.
All right. Awesome. Okay.
So this summer I interned with the Human Resources Department at Surang. And the reason I was interested in going there is because last year I was an intern with BRT also. And I guess that's more towards the finance side of my degree.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to switch things up and try something that's really new. So since I have a management concentration, I said I might as well intern under someone in HR. And then I thought maybe I'll try someone in the private sector.
Wow.
Just to get more experience in both sides. And I can see maybe will this be something I see myself doing later in my career, or it was just about experimenting and trying something new.
Now, does that office take care of all the employees surround company, or?
Yeah, so right now we have about 700 plus employees, and there are only 3 people in the HR department.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to manage people's benefits and all their time and their pay as well, or?
Yeah, that too. I think it's just the nature of the job. In HR, every day there's a different problem. or people come when there's problems. They usually come to.
You're the guy
HR.
that people come to when they have problems.
Yeah, so it can be overwhelming, but I think over the past 8 weeks, or I've worked an extra couple of weeks, so I'm getting used to it.
And does that feel like something that you want to come back to, or do you want to explore other HR offices?
I'm still deciding right now.
Okay.
Who knows? I might not even do HR, but
Okay.
but now that I know what it's like,
I
it's
see.
something that I could do.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Ano ba next?
I also did my internship at Surangal, but at Surangal Construction. And
Sing major ka or?
yeah, civil engineering.
All
is my
right.
major. And I chose, this is my second time doing this internship program again, and I was at Surangal last year too. And I decided to go there again because they were able to help me financially. Yeah, so I decided to go there because of that. And it was also pretty fun last year.
When you
I was
say
there.
that, you mean like they can pay you on top of the payment? Wow. So you're getting double paid over here.
Something like that.
Okay. All right. And then how's the experience with working in construction with Surangal?
It's pretty fun. Like I get to go to the field and also be in the office, so I get to do both office work and field work. And a lot of my work is just like observing what the engineers do. And it's a lot of learning.
And I'm sure you find out saying what projects they're involved in. So and they probably have a lot of projects. What type of projects have you worked in terms of construction with Surangal?
So far, I've been involved mostly the Rampak Road, the repairs, and the road at Ngatpang. Yeah, those are the two that I've been like.
Are those the two major ones, or
there are
bigger?
others, but those are the ones I'm like involved in. There's also like a hotel in Malagal that they're like working on. Yeah.
And what are some challenges that you've seen the company face in terms of the projects?
Sometimes there's the weather. When there's bad weather, like it rains out work, and it slows down a lot of things. And also like sometimes there's not enough workers, so yeah, it also slows down a lot of the work being done.
See, you say that, but then I've heard from some people that when they pass by Surangal employees, they're usually just standing around. Is that a misconception, or?
I don't know. Not at the places I've been at.
People are hardworking.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're telling us I want to know what sort of perspective you got from working in these places. Did you get a feel that you want to change something when you were working in these places? Change, or did you find like importance at Telurior? What was sort of the value of the work that you were interning in?
A lot del Ministry of State, del Gurioringi, del Bureau of Foreign Affairs and Trade, ndagavil del Bureau ng Terogil Ministry of State, tagudingik mongot tuklo tuteleleng, egirugul babir, aikel bela, marugul babir abela, ngara alsel bela, aigal agencies, agire el mergamam, magimom dingeling. Ministry of State take care of most regal events rabela, especially if involve ra trigal mga babel Melang ako plagi sang al issue ra al celebrate ma aging songs are other lawyer obis. Maging songs magi ospe anges wa girogul nges will gim ngaya agimal appreciate. Mang celebrate nga gagidel ko ra maklol events and merbelaw tumakat to tather adaling al suku makuk already kangar tiagi di atara adal ngar atara riora mospe anges wi akuk ore kada already ka ma-review lang akuk mga suwir agil ko ton maklo tutle lagi agim ko termul mang agi tara bestra kambambel nga certi agil where they fall short vital seguida gisang ko ra issue ding wal nga song sara at seguida di imol gisang nga ulgum mabto kar ading amal mo smooth Inting daktulo asing song sara ada mang dakal merula rear. Laging song sandi rear adim katmok.
Alright. Akmal ko I get a sense lo say kamalmle ko kamire del mortaluriol oblangi ko mlangi kamalmle ko swamp taluriol tiang ko something o momda so mo continuing in the future.
Melanging ako intern swakal lawyer talibel mala experience nga swakal mamala master nga in the future mang sabakal masaka lawyer tal obis ending guk texture wasing aktir komdas wasing ram swakal major ngira masters ndik madangit mong mal swak tal lawyer mal swaka tal lawyer la Ministry of State travelao feel wasing nga differences sa lawyer tal obis.
Kokora filo sense mo Minister of State.
Aba.
Right. Okay, tell it.
Ay, say, ang kora ada sisi away kaya kita blado nga lagi oyor silbasyo. Agi mal nga song something, agi way selo nga silkay nga sew. Leng, agi makasay, hindi alta bibira adambe oyor. Hindi salgi mga sel nga rang runbudeng, alta chibra nga makauspe ahel pa mong senta oyor may magimrul. Director senda yun may magimrul sel gupol nga mister ka maming tamal understand latam dek mo gidi ka intern matalo nga sir ka magiguk correct tay del mister ka baby lagi mo madak talasing alta ginarula mister mo klo misunderstanding ra al legal office ending dia tamal mutal sentel may magirmulan mongil ending ko di way gida isun di kuk tigada tamil giblam mo reyor mo kukla di aksal malmesa gidel maklol tol kora tulaseng issue ra belaw. I say.
All right, and then kanga tax office, do you ever get a sense of like olek nga handle a tax sa valor belaw? Like
well at this moment I'm still at the shadowing stage, but I just want to say the main problem with not tax, but just
challenges that you're facing.
Oh, I'm facing.
Or the tax office is facing.
Yes. So I believe that in the public and the private sector, they need more people with an accounting background. Claude Talil ang direkal na mention nga director right before this. You wanted me to mention it directly. It's very important, and I feel like some type of basic accounting should be like taught as early as in high school. Ang Claude Talil, especially sa mga business, sa major business high school. Like handle your own money. You gotta know how to record your money, how to analyze it, how to store that data. Makupad teme lata like wagay the tora tax. Lara tax agel adit tagal their return forms. So if there's something fishy about it, like let's say you get an incident that them under report tagal, their information or they're like underpaying. Say the time record at least like financial reports or something 3 years back to audit and see if accident like when you were filling your return forms. So it is important for both of the sectors. Well, on the side of the private sectors, it's important that the owners know how to do accounting stuff as well to help themselves. The way the thought of it's a reform, it shouldn't be really that hard. So it's a reform because they at least have some kind of accounting background. They don't have to like start teaching themselves from the basics, which adds their stress to big stuff like this.
Yeah.
Rather, they're doing really well, but they need more people in the auditing team. Imagine like they're handling like tax for the whole country. And I feel like the division of audit is the most important part. Like those little like tax evasions and stuff. Or the government is losing money because of it if they don't find those.
All right, that's great. That's good that you got an idea. You went in depth with the work that you were working with. Okay, and then kawa say major kawa
business.
Business, but then you wanted to go into HR surangala.
Yeah.
So, how does your major help you with your job that you're interning in?
I think getting a business degree.
It's the other way around. It's how has this HR internship helped you with your major?
I think just the exposure to the workplace and how does the... Sorry, can you repeat?
I know.
That kind of confused me.
Okay, so you were saying that you're in business and then you're working as in HR. So how has the two sort of complemented each other? Because I know you're working in a private company. So how has that sort of helped with your major? And then at the same time, how has what you learned as a business major helped you in your job?
Okay, so last semester I took one of my last classes was human resource management, and that was around the time that the announcement came out for this program, and so that's why I had a really good professor that got me interested in what HR is.
Yeah.
And to me, it's really like out of my comfort zone because I'm really reserved, and like I think the nature of the job is more of being able to talk with people and like resolve issues and all that stuff. So I think it was more of a personal thing for me to kind of step out of my comfort zone. Like even making stuff like phone calls and stuff is not really my thing. I don't like to do that kind of stuff. But then this job kind of forced me to step out of my comfort. And even though I was uncomfortable at times, like even this is really nerve-wracking for me. But I think this is a bit easier because of what I've done at my job. Like I've had to interact with people all the time.
Plus, it's just in Belao, so it's not really.
Well, yeah, but it was more of a, just me trying to get out of my comfort zone and try something new.
So you were mentioning something that your professor actually got you into HR or got you interested in HR. So how would you define HR right now that you're working, or your job, your specific role?
Define
what are your describe your job basically.
I would say HR, it's basically like people management. You have to you have to deal with like the processes every day. Like people want to do like maybe like credit or stuff like that, or they come with their problems at work, and at Surang it could be a problem from someone from construction or someone from the department store or grocery or like Sao Motors or something. Like there are a lot of different like levels under Surang and like businesses. So I just thought it was like a good place for me to go because it would expose me to a lot of different industries and just to see how they manage all of that. And I was really surprised to see that there's only three people there.
Really?
Yeah, and they do get a lot of work done, and because there are only 3 people, it's forced me to have a lot to do also. And at first I was really like overwhelmed, but then now that it's coming to an end, I'm really appreciative of like all the opportunities that I've had there.
All right. So do you file people's files? What's a daily routine? What would be your daily
we
routine?
do filing too when we have time, because we also attend like the meetings like with the managers, and then also these past 3 weeks we've had like this trainer from Guam has come to conduct trainings with the employees, and so we've been busy with that, like making sure like the training room is set. After every training we make sure that we get all their certificates, and we made cards and the certificates for all the employees who attended the training, so they got certified for like using all these all the heavy equipment operators got certified for using like the dump trucks, boom trucks, the cranes, forklifts, and I got to learn from that trainer too, because he manages his own business where he comes and he conducts these trainings. So that's what we've been doing now.
You find trainers to come and train the employees, and you help set up the training and all that stuff.
Yeah, and we get to observe like because our office is right next to the finance and accounting, so there's people moving through the office like every day. A lot of different people.
At the mall, or is it?
Yeah.
At the
Right
so
past Gelato down the hall.
Okay, so do you get discounts? As HR, do you surround? Do you get discounts, or you're like, hey man, you better give me that for free? I'm gonna write you up.
Yeah, employees do get their discount. I forgot what percentage it is. Like when you give your customer number, you just give your employee number.
Oh,
It's like the
okay.
same thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next time you come here, you better bring some cookies. All right. And then you're in Surang Construction. Ngara plames el challenges al sela Surang company or.
Like I said earlier, there should be more workers and also more engineers that are Palauans. Since there's not many Palauan engineers, we hire foreign engineers to come help us with the work. And nothing's wrong with that, but it'd be really nice if there was locals like helping out with the development of our country, our nation. And
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the schools that you guys are attending currently. So you're in Taiwan, and you're in Hawaii, and then you're in Washington State.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit about those schools. So I know we heard a lot about Taiwan from our previous students because. There was a lot of the students that were here that were from Taiwan. What was your experience going into Taiwan when you went to Taiwan for the first time?
Ela nga matele la recipient tra MOFA scholarship ra Taiwan. Masel first year mama gi malat Mandarin. Emsuba Mandarin. Masel after Mandarin gi bora university ang malbiota mama. O mai se mga durar adling dagal sal botokar adling mga du atokar migila Taiwan. Mase agora imuratokol malingid sukumam ya skula ma del section of international students tigal other obis agotol ngilol ngase mutokotol madu mga du ramam make sure ay dir ramam up to date tamal sumsumam lo rior work permit ramam ngaringi mendagi moral illegal ngidil problem ramam ngaringa أو بيس الجيبورنية أسكت غصومام إذا قلنا إمبسير بلا لغرا تايوان ذا غلي الأمباسادور ديب أوروم من جذير قل مال ملكلول الغسير غمام سلبورنيا غل سامين والغسير غمام الأبي مهم سيجن رمو لغرا دينر غمام mal smootha kumdaso mal smootha skura Taiwan madangal rabelang at Taiwan tigal adara Taiwan adir kan mandangala belawling selbebi lagi omongura restauranting ya belaw amura TV to ngara news
Abolyo.
Abolyo
Makonom ding ito ko Mandarin.
mga kamatele la
you can
understand
speak.
mga
All right. Wow. Can you say something in Mandarin for us?
ngakmul mga
Ministry of State.
dang
Ministry of State.
agitim suba igal kora
Conversational.
igel dolmdas wasig dos pera bekal sils
Like how do you say ngilita sils or ngil kapses ngay?
uan atutawa tsauan
Tauan.
klubse awanan
Oh, okay.
hindi gay give
Is it overnight market maram do sendal sokal martil at stinky tofu.
upuyaw chi chodofu
All right. Okay.
Ay, say ko mama, recipient ra mo fa. Ako experience ra nga kasi Taiwan nga mal convenient. Mal ba to ka, gigit convenience store, was 7-Eleven, Family Mart. Away gigit open 24/7. Magas edel morngira osoy gasong ren al kanya mo uspe, ngarinya rogul to ko nga gigit stawang. Dere kal ultra kalas di microwave. Mang baysay salgi mo kora di park mo sa mga lomongure na mo osoy na close ako ra restaurant mga nagimal di mo regigi.
How about in terms of although the korapan wanga nga le situation kami and how did the PNSB ako ra help kami in terms of that
Mamala monthly stipend ra tidel mo fa scholarship. Ding recently tadi kan raise ngira I think $100. So yes, and dere mal klol nga sa wagi mura mo fa. Dere gimal ora nga sula PNSB, let dere mal agi deludo do mal mas kamama, dere nga sir mam el harab limam. Aray gel gim muspe el hara dengi maral. Mung agi dere mal adrab limam at dere mal supporter mam. Selbola kang rama magi color ti mat bulngang yitret tugsanda se seludo del may magi ospe. Mungkora di gay kita agora financial help elgim ngai. Oy.
So your parents supporting you, PNSB
Ay,
and MOFA.
Oy.
All right, okay. Ekakuk na Hilo. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how your situation is in Hilo. Like, how was it like going into Hilo? Are there a lot of resources that can help you, or how did PNSB help you?
Yeah, I mean, PNSB helped me a lot. Ako lang sa tele, imarari dia lo play money. Well, since sa Hawaii State rang party kita, we're under COFA and also I'm under FAFSA. So FAFSA helped me, PNSB helped me. Nimla ka kora expense ra school ka mabli makalegal. Timla ka cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically everything was paid and I had pocket money. And then ang dirakal malbato ka private scholarship ra school. All malungi larang al per se. They're state of the United States, but they're Hawaiians.
Yeah.
They're Pacific Islanders, so they really support that. Bato ka scholarship mo ra ra Pacific. You can easily get it, so it's an extra 1,000 or 2. Also, sumuka ng business ang low the scholarship ra business.
Really?
Yup. So I applied and I got 2 business scholarships later. Luldi mo regale FAFSA nga kung may PNSB.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm really out of Hawaii, but there's literally no reason for you to go like broke.
Yeah.
And there's one reason, because sumuka na mo broke, or although that na mo problem, that means you're not budgeting well. You're just spending it for no reason.
Too much of that play money. That's what it is.
Too much freedom.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's awesome. What Blim, were you able to find, or were you staying in the dorms? Like, and how did you navigate through all of that?
Well, lang ka sila katinggal mo ng gira ka nga regale freshman dorms. See, it's sort of like a thing for my university. Like, some freshmen they tell you to go to the freshman dorm. Langar niya, you take a class called University 101. It's a class to like help you kind of transition from high school to college or international student. You're gonna be placed amongst like international students, especially of the same major. So the freshman, it was so like comfortable to be in, even though the school. It's very comfortable. I didn't feel out of place. And they're very polite and very kind there at my school.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, that's you could go on about your situation there. Transportation. How about in terms of people? Like, were you able to socialize and
yes.
the people? You were saying that they're all Pacific Islanders, so they
and
see you as
Asians,
one
Americans.
of them.
Yes, like. I just want to address the transportation as well. Hawaii. Like, you can Uber, you can Lyft, there's bus, there's DoorDash, everything. Instacart, like, there's Hawaii. And then like I said, Skulam is ranked #1 in the United States for diversity. That's why a lot of people from Japan, Korea, like even some Africans, they come here, mga Germany or somewhere in Europe. It's very very nice. It makes you want to like just be part of a bigger group. So I go out and I actually part of International Students Association ng school. I was part of House Club. I pledged myself into a fraternity while I was in school. The organization that's actually trying to make all these different types of people from different backgrounds to come together, do events and hang out with each other and form these bonds.
Wow.
It's so easy to make friends over there. Like, like they knew you from like long time ago. Natural communicate with strangers.
Okay. All right, but don't talk to strangers.
Of course not, just within my university. I'm secure.
All right, awesome. Okay. And then
St. Martin's.
St. Martin's. Oh, you guys were both in Washington.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were in the Twilight area. Seattle? Is it in Seattle?
It's in
Is it
Lacey, Washington. It's like 1 hour south of Seattle.
1 hour south of
Yeah.
Seattle? Okay. All right. So how was that for you guys, adjusting from the tropical temperatures to those freezing temperatures in Washington State?
It definitely takes a while. The weather in Washington it does get cold, but I think it's not that bad. But then when you add the rain to it, it gets really bad. But adjusting to the school and all was easier for me because when I went, this guy was there.
Okay. All right. That's good.
So I don't know what else.
Did you guys were you guys able to find transportation, or did you guys have a car, or?
Yeah. So my first 2 years, I didn't. I would just find friends with rides, people that had cars that I was close to. I would ask them for a ride if I needed anything. And then as an upperclassman, I moved in with one of my good friends, and he had a car.
Okay.
So then we just helped pay for gas, and there's always a way. You can find a way if you really want to do something. Yeah.
How about in terms of resources, like how they were mentioning paying off food and, all your daily needs?
Oh, okay. So when I first applied there, they gave us a pretty good it's like a merit scholarship based off your high school GPA, and then once you're admitted to the school, they give you other smaller scholarships that add up with that, and then plus with the financial aid from PNSB and FAFSA, I was able to cover my tuition and not have to pay out of pocket for all 4 years that I was there. And then when I became a upperclassman, I cut off my meal plan and I started to try and budget my money. So I would buy food and I would prep it for the whole week. So I would meal prep 2 meals a day for 6 days a week, and then Saturday or Sunday is like a cheat day.
Wow.
So that's how I would manage my money. And so every day I would eat the same thing, and it sucks, but that's how I had to get through it. And I was able to save money, have money to do stuff I wanted to do for fun. So it's all up to you in the end, if you how you wanna manage your money.
And do you mind if we ask what kind of food were you prepping, or?
Yeah, I like to. One of my good friends was really into the gym, so he got me into going there, and we would meal prep. I would eat chicken breast and ground beef every day.
That's not so bad. That is definitely
It's not
so
bad.
But that's good, yeah.
It's not bad.
And at least you get to save money. That's the most important
and it's
part.
affordable, as we just buy it from Costco in bulk.
There you go. All right. Okay, so with that said, how did you find PNSB, and how did PNSB help you?
I found PNSB through my mom. She always sends me links for different scholarships. She's really big on me being proactive with that stuff, because she said there's always ways to find money. And so I applied for PNSB, and thankfully I was able to get support from that. And then what was the other?
How did PNSB help you in terms of how did you manage your PNSB money?
Oh, right. So I'm always off island when the checks come out, so my mom would deposit it straight to my account. And from there on, it's really up to me with to do whatever with the money. But then I kind of set it in my mind, I don't want my parents to pay more than they have to, because sometimes they support me with money for other stuff.
Yeah.
So I would put that straight into my tuition, right at the beginning of the year.
Wow.
And so that way.
So is that a more smarter way to do it?
I think so.
It's better to put it in your tuition just to be safe.
Yeah, when you worry about paying tuition, that financial stress can really burden you throughout the semester, especially when you already have exams and extracurricular activities. So I thought, let me get this out of the way. Then right now, school is my focus.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then experience going into Washington State.
I had a pretty good experience going to Washington. I first went, and if I wanted to go around to other places, I'd just ask people I know, or I'd Uber. Then around my third year of college, I found a job, and I was able to save up enough to buy a car.
What?
Yeah. And,
wow.
Yeah, so I've been using my own car to go places since then.
Did you end up doing Uber?
No, but I done DoorDash.
DoorDash, yeah. And you'd still make a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Because that also helps with small expenses and stuff like that. So how did you find PNSB, and how did it help you?
I found PNSB also through my mom. She told me about it, and then I applied, and they helped me
moms.
out.
All right, and then how have you managed that money? What did you do with it? Did you put it into your tuition? Or
Yeah,
did you...
a lot of it goes to my tuition. Then some of it I save for pocket money, because I also cut out my meal plan and I started buying my own food. And PNSB's been a big help with that.
Wow, okay. Maybe I need to move to Washington and cut out my meal plan. All right, that's awesome. Okay, no, malungin ka mal ko at meron dul ko kurar meng sa gagid dul ko ako experiences sa kami al school al ngi ma dal ko ng selo maskida PNSP because ang beto kami kanil adel direk al da solo sorry del mong el agora talgib bagik segid el mulo ko ngi la sem beto ka resources mar da gagid ay ko rap kanya ada se akmol mongi mongsong saudu derleng toro orang sa set angal belang outside all mongsong saudu dir mo dakal pet tuition dir mo dakal al pebli dir but ang kuraway kagid el mulo ko like it really depends on you managing your money and being sort of consistent with your money management and time management as well. So if you were to sort of give advice to some of those students that are thinking of going to college in those places, Taiwan, going to places like Washington or Hilo, what would be sort of your advice to somebody who's like probably afraid? Advice
lasal goreng sertigal rogul adang artiang sebegal di omes sertir oreng semdek mutirga gotal blagarang di edital seguida gondaseng malclo tutelen grade di blagarangu de persevere like you like kadul said that sum mal suaden sebedel sigi arolel mga guk mal mlengo suga mal consistent talwal everyday ak plan al magarang gira di altira kersel la ga qradi trib mo biru le mamsai garangu ge mo homsi ge mang dige de at Taiwan go tulungil belu go tulungil adarngi al tagd mo encounter bebira gora stereotypical al ad or tora racist ding taklol belu mo kadal adiwan el desang eda gadul tul mesang al dimbak modor al mebelao
okay
mang wai segi de Inga kambal lomra Dios mak misisi in melulu se adir kalmal klon wasuga of course sa supporter atrapli marsa ali.
What's your advice?
Advice nga kasing ko lumal maskuli ule school ako te klow out tutalel. El al time rablu la ading a school amal ngarnyal rally. Mang kira del kotel take advantage agad el potokal opportunity lo miskida wa PNSB may scholarship le sel do nga scholarship do para pinabalo da nga schooling klote ella del make friends guk experience sa tetele la tarabalu guk a culture ma kukra galeringi mar otheringi mang swakal bay di mula sing kumbay apply a scholarship leng guk sa elo nga sergaw ya adabli madiri guk ngartiang ol nga sergaw leta diri of course adabli da diri uspi auto del guk harawa dengi apply ma galir guk tagadil talgit uspi anges with the real adabli da biqalsis mang maklo tutla da nga school mo blarong bil nga school leng altang bongila klada gidra tarak lebsay.
All right. Kapag yung Hilo. Nga ko advice kan mga kuk rangal ko ko omda summer Hawaiian dito ko rapgikla. Kasi man mo ka do support.
So I kind of said this last summer as well, and I'll say it again. Arugula da di madakta. I'm pretty sure everybody when they first got to where they want to go, and it's okay to be scared. You gotta be well informed on what the government has been providing us. They're really working hard to provide like information outreach to everybody, and I hope school counselors and stuff, I wish they'd be more proactive in like giving this type of information, especially mas seniors. Sige nga ra high school. And then ang other talent search am helper nga kaulom na sa baegal. Like matigagal wat ko ra PNSB mga rang, and they filled me in with information that I wanted to know. Nung so daro ko sa uling akto, ang mali mo ngilaro ko nga do nga I asked people that were in my school. To ka adam lara hilo, so I asked them as well. Dire ko nung so daro ko madik mo nda karo ko yadi mo ngil. Nila like the housing, sa magkirador, nila tetele la school and pataka organization na rin yung mga rang.
Alright. Kawe katul. Mara ko kora advisor ka mura adal kora the summer school at Washington, kora hesitant.
I think my advice is just to set goals for yourself. Yeah, it's good to set goals because then from there you can break it down and then you can do it step by step. And then also do your part. If you just think like you don't have the money, you can do your part and do research. Like there's a lot of opportunities out there, like with PNSB and like other different scholarships. So yeah, do your part to be informed, so then you actually know what opportunities are there, and then there are opportunities for everyone. So if you really want to do it and you're scared to do it, just do it, because I don't think it's supposed to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Raven.
My advice is di mabla ka lang mew. Then it's like, and don't be scared, because everyone here kind of said what I was gonna say, but mabla ka lang mew, and because one day it's gonna benefit you and your family, and have a goal, set goals, and commit.
What you say?
Thank you.
Alright. Malungil advice sa kami mura. Tikay kidal young ones sa lokadi kum ta summer school.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Sige da kula daktilyar ade moria sing kadamol mo ngi mo dekal sabedel el matikay kidal ko kora resources ngil dira ko talang sa sing it's okay. You should do it. Yeah, why send mo ko ngi that's how do you say your name? Ella. Oh, isa ko niya Ella kasi ginamil black arang sa kita mat close to talel. I think hindi kal adal ko kora kal sector el black arang dir. Mo madakta sen dia nga perseng dia kwaisak mo mga bulong. Did you guys ever feel like you had to do the things that you had to do regardless? Like in the counting, you had to become sort of this new person just to survive and to excel?
Elang madingay ka mamal graduate saya malklol feeling or burden silgi mo tolme gi omandara mori lo ase ngara mangaringa forum ngara mangira malmara show em sadar kamam lang dagim sa yuk smal ngamra wa Amerigen ma Hawaii ma Taiwan magi mga adura sir ding daga maruling ang tang monster tel sir daga do tang drill up mang sel de berbela do ngek mo do mod adu er other bela or ring se of course ang malgora mo brother mo do se mol mongi angare mo malgo dagal toy mang agi merbela gagi del forum makpay maloreng asula la mori ma PNSB mru legal forum magi gora expose el more public speaking leng ang altang akla ko ramal mo mesrang aktay job undi tel mo kasolo bo
okay kakao makakatulog kung das kung sal mo lang wakit kami. Yeah, but tilagi din mo ko hindi it's you're being exposed to a lot of different things when you're at your school, when you're at certain situations. So it's almost like and apple adapt. Not by choice. And apple. Why sengge maldi adjust. Makura fila se beber ada mo madakte to sing moldiak adjust. Sing ngara ko advice kan mo tigil adil.
Elang suma adak mula sak madak talbong edak adjust hindi ka makaramding eh sumdir ka talobong
Sige.
metal kukngage sep madak yakpay gor oso mariarel wasi tago korabe sil feeling makahal kuk pagisang malakal sebe ka kuk mlamam dingi makukal sebe ka okay mang waise atoy mang waise.
And Galu, you were mentioning that as well earlier, so I want to hear your perspective as well. Like you're saying that you're being pushed into or being pushed outside of your comfort zone, in a lot of times at your school, at your work. What would you say to people who feel that they're afraid to do it because they might not be able to be pushed outside of their comfort zone?
I would say just do it, because even when I'm scared, like there's this like little part inside that I tell myself like this is what I just have to do, and I do it even though I'm scared, and that's pretty much it. I go in scared and then I do it, and then after I'm like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, yeah. Just like this, we're almost done. So I'm like,
there you
yes,
go.
it wasn't.
You
that
survived.
Bad. Yeah.
All right. So lastly, Tohora communication, and I asked this with the last students as well. I say, how was it communicating with Mori? Were you able to communicate directly? How has technology really helped you in communicating directly with the PNSB employees? And
Mori malbiota the bangot adu ringi. Tira mle provide the email or tiril meramam leta dira email og information or PNSB, especially for us el guk natalgim apply. So of course ito la ba email or ma'am. So sel email el may guk ogira bibir adak mung dakal somil guk apply. Sel guk soil apply guk provide the email or tir. So ang guk kudingil email ra PNSB ang ngitegi del PNSB internship masel scholarship. Oo, misal ko sa talo gira question and sa the email or tir, tadi ka provide ating war tir min sa adal call. Rega del obis o gira question again.
okay. How were you able to communicate with Mori?
A lot of ways, by email, message, Facebook. I mean, you know, communicating with them it's much faster than communicating with my own university. Because I take like 2 to 3 business days. Like same day, lungot at temela, lumami, mga lungot na mo. I think yung selber ko singira Hawaii, inga wali ra tutartang. I take the whole day to like think over things, like mo ope sa to yan ma end of the day I sent emails. Inga malungita, masexen dagal email tira wal tira ko brior. Ng malmed a response tir.
Okay. And was that different for you guys in Washington? Did you have to wait a day all the time to get a response back, or?
Yeah, or they're actually really fast at getting back to us with information, and then when we're here, it's easier because we just text.
Okay.
And Mori usually replies really fast with whatever we need.
Okay, all right. And what kind of things were you sort of messaging or asking PNSB? And I get what concerns sa kami communicate. What are typical concerns when you're communicating with PNSB in Palau?
For me, I would think I don't really communicate as much, but like when the program, like when the notice for the program is out, I kind of just try and put all my stuff together and then I just turn it in at once. I haven't really had an issue with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. And how about you? Did you have
No, I had no problem communicating with Mori and PNSB. I think I'm the one that sees their emails a little late sometimes. And yeah.
Because you're busy doing DoorDash, that's why.
Yeah.
You're working.
And yeah, I haven't had any problems with PNSB. They've been a lot of help.
All right. Lastly, before I go to Maury, if there's anybody that you sort of owe or you not owe money to, but like anybody that you sort of owe thanks to, who do you want to make a shout out to? If you can name names, people in your internship that are being very helpful, you can go ahead and make a shout out.
Okay. Makot tamal deso kalurang asule la Mori niya ul mangiging arter lalta mal ngaringaw duda malagi laab na pede lamos amang dudu raser edirik mal so kalurang asule la Ministry of State el mil igama magimo e shadow tira rerir expose ra mamra ko kureri magi mabukpal so mamra future ayu aplan mo ro ngo servelaw. Edire kalmat so kalra sule la ambassador de oru malgotol lili experience nga Taiwan mal maungil. Mang akmadengek material nga school mo nga dire kalmat klo ngeswal ambassador oru mamo ngo sertir awador mertir magiro ko ngat sang sir. Mars aligro ko mar adrablik.
All right.
Wow. Entah kamal digot sa kalorong asul la Dios mal maskaka talarong ngul sa lo mal maskuler leng ala kululu abe kalsil sing akla abay masay ge dakrula subule ge masay karong ngul maskul ding mal aktor nga sula Dios mal maskaka si abe kalsil sel sa maskul sa kalorong asul adablig el support nga kararogol tokoy financially selbok komsi ka kolerti to comfort nga orang asula la mo fama PNSB malung sir nga kal financial direct helper nga kal tuition nga kal harabli ma kaler may garokul guspe dire kal malung asula la Ministry of State el algurior leng dire kal tay Ministry of State awul makuk na mo nga experience nga karurior el akmedek mo detail bel time el gurior ending akuk na margi sige del rong kalaseng sual mutel me orior lek mal suwa akuk environmental reram so far ang ak enjoy ngi mar adal gimda kalorior.
All right. Yeah, brother, my sister, tama ba nga? Okay, next.
Well, so meron nga sulila mori sa mar adal for the scholarship. And then I also just want to thank the director for also taking me back for a second internship. Even though well, like the office with the tax reform and all. I'm grateful for that. And then of course, the sister ni Ligalaw. They're really the only two that been supporting me. They're the reason why I'm like smisi arong gedi straight from high school makalit sila mato then nami.
All right. Anybody in Taiwan? I mean, in Hilo? In Hilo. Oh my God, I'm getting Taiwan and Hilo.
Well, to my friends, I guess.
That Samoan stranger?
No.
All right, good.
Yeah, I just want to thank PNSB, especially Mori, for taking care of all of us this whole summer. And then also Suranglen Sons, especially my supervisor, Marlene, Mira, and Raiden. Those are the only three people there. Oh, and also Yolsao, the other intern.
All right.
And then also my family, especially my parents who always keep me grounded. Yeah, thank you.
All right, awesome.
Just want to say thank you to Mori, PNSB, and my family. They're the ones that really helped me through my college life. And yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Okay, so with that said, give yourself a big round of applause because you guys made it through the show. Mori, so ang malakura mlamo vlaktak lakuk yagi del kuk lang aning tira yagi del ngal kalt mong dia ka excuse ka walt mong ngaram da kalsabi emel more say del kuk lang aning tira yagi del al school at Taiwan, mal school Hilo, mal school Washington, ing mal katuk kalwaseng bato ka resources al sabi edel matik. Beto ka ngasew sabi lol ngasew ka wal momre ka skulem so malungin itam na ko mo taklisay so with PNSP en ngaranga ko ra kami sa sum ko mo ngasew ra ang ala school kom trial cover aro cost what's the real goal and kay gid al scholarship matay al internship.
Okay. Yeah, igal PNSP amal di ol ngasew. Kadam dinge give the other belawa the eligible legal financial aid. So PNSP agimal di ol ngasew. Sila apply ito while provide the educational cost or tier. Mas naliga gimo o masingara finances financial help already to receive. Or igigidal ka mo remaining el balance el ludo de los pe igigita ki pom tral meter sigidal amount. Oy. Sigida ko ra lara a PNSP kay gid scholarship pero ko lara PFA away gi mo lasmal tel programa wal dolasmal encourage ra ngal ka matumamra ka school year madigir tire mutel merbelawe. Overall nga sira balwata.
ngarang ako ra so far ngarang ako ra rate ra ngalakal mutal back with the program going on.
The rate is pretty good. Tirigal mla graduate nga program ra PFA. Most likely blol DK or your ngangi tirigal ukti sa idal mo continue pursue a master's degree there. And then there's those who may order ako the complete service credit with PNSB decide to relocate. But so far ang malungi la turn out ra PFA blol tigal through ra PFA most likely to merbelawe kelorior.
Right.
Oy.
Because they get to see the inside of the work.
Oy.
All right. So with that said, kam ko ramas kita contact info ra PNSB. How can we contact PNSB? Ngara email ra kami taking famous email ra adro ko email morning.
Why say around the maktiswa kadi Isaac Musital Palau Fellowship Award available sa summer mas spring. Agi ko tablo di osikar employers al mo host ra interns. So ngidil employers or interested or suman di sa mamdang ligira program mas email nga kara PNSB Internship @gmail.com or kung mamakatong nga kara 4883608. And for igal regular scholarships, ako rin the best person to talk to, Marilang Michael. Niya admin specialist ka ma'am, di mo katongar ngira 4883608, or kung emailer ngira PNSB, emailer ngira scholarship680@gmail.com.
All right. So that's the famous email, or
yes.
Do you have several emails?
Take the scholarship 680. Take the famous email,
right.
And then we also have a Facebook page, Palau Scholarship Palau. So ngiril friend the ma'am from other ma'am as friends. Mo se edel message. That's how you get us. We get to direct message each other.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for joining us for this episode with Palau National Scholarship Board, and hopefully we'll see you again in Palau, in working in Palau, and actually maybe Minister of State or maybe a manager Rasurangan. Yeah, maybe. All right, and back to you, Spy.
Okay, ora allora tirang rounding ania tartil ko la special din ng klugo.
Oh. Okay, madam it's clear. Happy birthday tartil.
Who is it?
Ngel na hawal may.
Oh, really? It's your birthday tomorrow? Okay, so let's sing happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Arlene. There we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, we were in different keys. All right, thank you guys. Back to you, Spide.
Okay, sige daw lang mga talk show gidra PNSP tiang naringi na ongeru lurior tiang naringi ongeru lurior. El trim el singil ang albula 2023.